Hi. Today is Thursday, December 18th, 2025, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Here we are. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. It's the last live stream of 2025. What a year, hey? What a year. It's been a really fun year for me, you know? Yeah. It's been a really cool year. Anyway, what's been going on? What's been going on this week? Been working on the new video for the S3-1200. I have hooked up the PCM 1808. And I'm working on that in the new video. So the idea with that is just we're getting the ADC up and running. So I'm going to be doing kind of like a scope display using the serial plotter, which is actually a suggestion that Brian had made in the previous live stream. And I thought it was an excellent idea, so I took it. Yeah. So that's basically what's been going on this week. It's the last week of school. For the kiddies. Man, Christmas is next Thursday. 7 days away. 7 days away. I got my tea. Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. And what else? What else is new? Not too much, actually. Not too much is going on. We're just winding down, right? So no live stream next Thursday, seeing as it's Christmas Day. So I'm not doing a live stream next Thursday. But I'm going to post like a little fun video. You know? I'm going to do a fun video that I hope you like. Just something for fun. Nothing crazy. And then the following Thursday is New Year's Day, I think. Is it New Year's Day or New Year's Eve? Either way, I'm actually not being... Yeah, it's New Year's Day. New Year's Day. Won't be doing a live stream that day either. And I've got another little thing planned for that day as well. Yeah. So it should be good. It should be good. I'm excited. Just like little fun videos for those days. Nothing, nothing too crazy. Yeah. But man, I was looking back at some of the live stream stuff from 2025. When did I start this? I started this. Yeah, no, not going to be hungover. Not going to be hungover, Dave. Just, little family time, as they say. Yeah, I don't really go out on New Year's Eve. Not much of a New Year's Eve guy. As you know, not much of a New Year's Eve guy. But, yeah, no, I'm, not going out. Not going out. Just going to be hanging out with the fam. But anyway, yeah, I was just looking back at the live stream stuff from this past year and done a lot of stuff. We kind of got the VIC-20 working, right? Which is kind of cool. What else did we do here? The VIC-20 was like such a huge part of what we were doing for a while, eh? We were doing the VIC-20 forever, it seems like. And then what else did we do? We fixed my little Zoom recorder, which didn't take very long. Then I fixed the 8-track player, which was kind of fun. Then we were doing a lot of S3-1200 stuff. Man, talk about live streams. Holy moly. The beat making live streams I was doing for a while, which I'm hoping to get back into in the new year. I think that would be really fun. Yeah, it's something I want to do. A lot of pre-planning for the S3-1200. Then I did a couple actually, messing around with my preamp circuits for the ESP32 sampler. Yeah, and then we started fixing the gear graveyard stuff, right? Tube Screamer. Got into that Line 6 Echo Park for a bit. Man, what a year. What a year. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy how much we've saved from the dump this year. Yeah, the VIC-20 though, man, that's something that I still's on the docket, isn't it? Got to get that thing. Got to get a 6560 chip for that thing. What else? We got all this gear graveyard stuff that we have to get through. You know what else I have is I've got a Fostex 4-track recorder, cassette recorder that needs some service. It works perfectly. Well, not perfectly. It needs service. So might do that. What else? I got a Game Gear as well that I've got a little bit of a plan for. That might be interesting. It needs to be the capacitors need to be it needs to be recapped. So that's something that I'd like to do in the future too. Yeah. But yeah, I'd like to get back to the beat making or live streams in the new year. I've got all of these. I think I mentioned a couple weeks ago that I've got all these ESP32 samplers populated now. So I just need to program them. And then in the new year, I'd like to do live streams where I'm sequencing these live and making some crazier kind of stuff. Making some, not even necessarily beats, just kind of like messing around with them and having fun with them. I think that would be fun. But, yeah, and I would like to, hey, Brian, what's up? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming out. Hope everything is well with you. Hope everything's well. But yeah, I was just saying that I got all these populated, and maybe in the new year, I'll bring back the Sunday or Monday live stream and do some live music making with those. I think that would be really fun. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of the plan for the live streams, maybe in the future. Oh, and I was cleaning up earlier this week, and I found this, and I thought I'd show it to everybody. I'm going to post it on the Discord server too. But it's a project that I did when I was co-oping. I was co-oping at the college that I attended. And it's a little development board that I made for a class. And it's for like a digital electronics class. And I think they're still using this at the school, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I remember designing, well, not designing it, but I did the PCB layout. But yeah, basically it's just got a bunch of inputs and outputs. It can house an Arduino on it. You can put a breadboard on it. It's got a bunch of switches, LEDs. Obviously this is just the PCB. It's got a 555 timer clock. It's got a one-shot timer. I think I powered it just with like a 9-volt power adapter. It had a keypad on it, had an LCD on it, and then a bunch of digital logic 7400 series chips on it. So yeah, and then I made like another kind of like board for it that was meant to you kind of like connect the two together like that, and it was like an expansion board. So yeah, just I found that, and I thought it would be fun to share it because I'm in a sharing mood. 'Tis the season. Anyway, yeah. And then still hemming and hawing over what I'm going to do with the digital to analog converter on the S3-1200. The microcontroller. The microcontroller is literally, it's just got a spot where you can mount a Arduino Uno on it. It's for like an introduction to digital electronics class. So they wanted like a really simple microcontroller that kids could just plug in and off you go kind of thing. Yeah. And then, like I said, just a bunch of 7400 series stuff. And there was a bunch of like pin headers that you could make like breadboard connections. You'd use jumper cables and make all the connections to all the different inputs and outputs on the 7400 series. So yeah, it's just like a fun little project they had me do. It was during COVID too, right? So yeah, they were looking for something to keep me busy because there wasn't anybody at the college. And there's only so many times you can run an oscilloscope through its calibration when nobody's using it at all. So anyway, but yeah, I'm just still hemming and hawing about what I want to do with this digital to analog converter. There's a part of me that says, Dave, go with the original digital to analog converter. It's going to sound like the SP. It's going to get you closer to the sound of the SP. But at the same time, it's like we're doing like a modern version of the sampler, right? And so there's a part of me that wants to go back to the PCM 1681 and mess around with that again. Because I think I'm like pretty sure we could configure it in a way that we could down the line design the firmware so that you could have a variable kind of sample rate output, right? And so that's something that's kind of in the back of my mind. And if I choose to go with just the 12-bit DAC, we're kind of locked into that. And I'm not sure that that's, what I want anymore. And I'm not sure that's what everybody wants anymore, but, I think it can be a game day decision, put it that way. But yeah, I'm still kind of hemming and hawing about that because I think there's also a part of me that says like we could do the PCM 1681. Is it 1681? I think it's the 1681. It's the 8-channel DAC, right? The thing is, like, we could do get the words out. We could do more of like we could keep the signal path of each output. We could maintain that sort of like analog filtering and saturation that the original unit has, and cut out all that sample and hold crap externally, right? So that's something that I'm still, yeah. It is, yeah. So it's 12, it's going to take up 12 pins, right, Brian? So that's part of the reason why I'm kind of like, man, like we could, if we use the 1681, we could do it in a way that we could have like on the audio brain of the unit, we could have like an expansion port, right? So that if we wanted to, I don't know, maybe down the line, add some kind of USB interface or even increase the amount of RAM that we have available to us in order to increase the recording sample rate. That's something we could do. Like, there's all kinds of possibilities on that audio brain if we have those extra pins available to us, right? So that's kind of something that I'm hemming and hawing about, and I just don't know what to do, and I just got to kind of sit with it for a little bit still. And I mean, luckily we did all that pre-planning, right? Like, where we kind of messed around with the 1681, and we messed around with the building our own, our own DAC using precision resistors and whatnot. So, that's something that, at least we have experience now using both of those. So, yeah. Right. Yes. Yeah. So there's that too, right? So there's just, I don't know. There's just stuff that I'm just considering, still at this point, which is kind of a drag, but, and actually what had me really considering it was, I actually spoke with Enchilada this morning, who is, one of the Patreon members who's has a lot of experience with the EMU SP-12, and he sent me a pretty amazing schematic that he's recreated from the service manual, which is really handy, of the signal path going into the ADC of the SP-1200 or SP-12, same difference, and the signal path from the DAC. So it's really handy to have, right? Because previously we kind of had to jump around in the service manual, so it's nice to have it all on one sheet. And yeah, so that's something that I gotta. And anyway, so talking to him about what he wanted to do, and I think he's leaning towards more of like building a clone. And I think, a clone is a great idea, but I don't really know if a clone is what we want in the end. I want the flavor of the SP-1200, right? With the 8 outputs, I want it to have some nice saturation. I want it to have some nice filtering on it. And I want the limitation of like 10 seconds sampling time. I think that's really cool. But would it be cool down the line to have a more hi-fi sampler without having to build another sampler? Yes, 100%, right? It would be great. And that's just something that I've got in the back of my mind. Yeah, something that I'm thinking about, So anyway, just gonna take a sip of my tea. But anyway, so yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. And maybe Brian, we'll have a chat at some point down the line. Just because, I know that you've been working we were kind of working at the same time using both the R2R stuff and the PCM 1681. So, yeah, Yeah, that's just what I'm thinking. Just thinking. So we'll see. But yeah, next video is going to come out on the 26th. So Boxing Day, I guess, for Canadians and the British. Members of the United Kingdom. The Commonwealth. Yeah. I'm I'm just looking at my Roland, or not my Roland, but the Roland Access keyboard here, sitting here in front of me, ready to be fixed. I've got it hooked up to Ableton. So let me go to the overhead camera. Unless there's anything else that anybody would like to add, or Brian, if you'd like to add anything about that S3-1200 stuff, feel free to drop it in the chat, or anybody else out there. Manage, right. Yeah, there's, right. That was, I believe we were in the similar spot with that, right? I think I got up to 4 channels working with the 1681, and I think you got to stereo, right? I think something like that, as I recall correctly. But yeah, I'm confident that we can still get it working. I think we need to share the code a bit and see where we're at. I'd have to go back and look at all my notes that I made for that 1681. But I think I could be wrong on this, but I'm not sure that I was, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not sure that I was broadcasting the channels, like the audio channels, to each of the 8 outputs correctly. That's my thought, and I can't remember where I was at. I'd have to look through my code and look to see where we're at or how far I got. But I remember getting 4 channels working. But yeah, I'd have to take a look at that. It should be pretty simple. I think I could be wrong on this, but I was using the Arduino IDE for that. And I have a sneaking suspicion that it might require using the Espressif IDE to access the time division multiplexing for the 1681. And I could be wrong on that. Don't quote me on that, but it might require like a specific thing, like a specific protocol that can be called only from the Espressif IDE. I could be totally wrong on that. Maybe I just didn't do it correctly, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Ed, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Thanks for coming. Happy pre-holidays. Happy final live stream of 2025. But yeah, we'll take a look at that. I'm gonna dig into it a bit more over the holidays. I think the next video I'm gonna do after the one on the 26th, I think I'm gonna be looking at I don't know if Brian, if you were around for this, but I mentioned that the video that's coming out on the 26th is going to be kind of an intro to the PCM 1808. And I'm doing the basically scoping the audio input like you kind of suggested with the serial plotter. So I'm doing that in that video on the 26th. And then the following video, which is going to come out the first full week of January, which is like the 4th to the 10th, I think, or something like that. I'm going to be doing a video that is taking that audio input and saving it to PS RAM, and then we're going to dump it on the SD card and play it back on our computer. That's kind of the basic plan. It might change, but yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. So yeah, we'll be in a really good, if we get that far by that first week of January, like we're looking at getting into DAC stuff by the end of the month, right? So it's awesome. Like second last week of the month, which is great. And honestly, if we could take out that whole sample and hold section, like the analog electronics part of it, it might really speed up the rest of the build and get us to a point where we're, you know, just moving through this a little bit quicker. So yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. Definitely getting there. So anyways, let's take a quick peek at this Roland Axis Keytar. So let's see here. Let's move me. Wait, don't do that. Okay. Here we go. Here's our Keytar, or Keytar. No, it's Keytar. So I've got this guy hooked up. Actually, maybe I should take the phone. Should I take the phone down and show you guys? I don't think I need to. Anyways, I got the power supply off screen here, and I'm taking the MIDI out from this power supply and going into my BeatStep Pro. The MIDI in on my BeatStep Pro. Okay? And that is going into Ableton Live. And we're going to play a synth, right? We're hopefully going to hear something. So first thing I'm going to do is do a little test to see if you guys can actually hear the synth, because I'm using my laptop speakers. So just let me know. I'm going to hit the BeatStep Pro here. Hopefully you guys can hear that. Through the microphone. How is that? Is that all right? Nice. Okay. So now we need to see what the heck is going on with this keyboard, right? What's the deal? Whoop. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with it. Oh, it's kind of... That could be the synth. One sec. Let's try like a basic, because I don't know how that is supposed to react, right? So let's just try like a sample instrument, like a piano, like a straight up piano. Classical keys. Does that sound good? Oh, no, we're not doing that. We don't want that. We want, sorry, I'm just looking through, what do you call it? Oh, here we go. Here's a grand piano. Wonderful. Something weird is going on with the polyphony on it. I should be able to play chords. Like there's the beat step. Yeah, something's weird. Something's very weird. like it's like it's triggering on the up, not the down. Oh no, it is. But if I try to do 2 at once, listen to that. It was like going boom, boop. Weird. Why ain't that weird? Maybe if I hit some of these buttons. What does this do? Octave up. Octave down, I guess. There's buttons off the screen. Sorry you guys can't see that. I should probably move that over so you guys can see it. I'm hitting these like little guys right here. And then there's an octave up. Key transpose. I don't know what that does. You hit that and it cuts that off. I don't know what that does. Oh, I guess this is MIDI channel. It's definitely something's funky with it. Weird. Very weird. Yeah. Now it says 7. Oh, I see. So you press a key. Oh, okay. That makes sense. This is your MIDI channel. So it should be picking up something, right? Because I have all ins. Yeah, I wonder too, Brian. That's a good point. I don't know. That's a great question. And obviously my BeatStep Pro is only accepting MIDI on one channel, right? So it's just weird that, yeah, maybe there is a mode, mono mode maybe. What's that do? Yeah, it seems like it's not. Maybe there is a mono mode. Let's do a little search. Let's go Roland Axis Keytar mono. I don't know if this is from the 80s. What are we looking at here? A Keytar. Oh, maybe it is that age. Maybe it is. Maybe Axis Keytar. Let's say manual. See if we can pull up the manual real quick. I'm guessing it's an Axis 1. Seems reasonable. Looks like it. Here's MIDI settings. Key transpose, pitch bender. The pitch bending wasn't even working. Like, I'm not getting anything from the pitch bending either. Nothing from the pitch bending. There's also, apparently there's, oh, here's mono poly. Let's go to page 29. Page 29 of the manual. Read what it says. God, it's so exciting doing this. The access can send this message that determines whether the connected sound module is played polyphonic or monophonic. In the standard setting, this is poly only. So how do I change that? Can you tell me how to change that? So what do I do? Oh, maybe it's like a key press? Each of the following can be turned on and off. How to get the display to show the current condition. Okay, while holding down the function button. I'm guessing that's the function button. I don't have a function. Oh, there's the function button. Function. G. Wait, is it D sharp 3? Okay. Not that. Okay, polyphonic. It's on polyphonic. If I go to aftertouch, hold. Oh, there's all kinds of fun stuff on here. E. Seems to be changing its mind. Okay. That's polyphonic mode. This is NN. I don't know what that means. Something's weird. Yeah, I switched it over to... I've been playing... So it says, according to the manual, you hold down function, and then you hit D. And then there's a little screen on here that you guys can't really see, unfortunately, and it says PL. Polyphonic. HL, touch hold. Okay, NN is NN. So if I press it once, that's monophonic. This is a monophonic now. Which makes sense. Right? That's right. Hold down function. Press there. We're on polyphonic mode. Doesn't seem to exit. Doesn't seem to exit polyphonic mode, right? Unless there's another setting on here. What the heck's Omni? Omni on off is the messages that determines whether the MIDI messages are received on all channels. Okay. Well, we can turn... I guess we can turn Omni off, I guess. I don't know. It says C. Oh, there we go. 7U. What does that mean? Oh, that means nothing. On. It's not toggling that off either. Oh, tuning. That's tune request. Okay. This is the message that auto-tunes the sound module receiver. Follow this. This message can be sent in a simple way as follows. Okay. Well, that's complicated. According to the, you know what, Dave? According to the manual, it says, I'm looking at the manual off screen here, and it says that NN means monophonic. Here, let me I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. Just give me one sec. Where are we here? Here, let's get off the desk. There we go. And then, so right here, it says this access can send this message poly mono. The access can send this message that determines whether the connected sound module is played in polyphonic or monophonic. In the standard setting, this is set to poly. If the sound module cannot receive this message, it is ignored. I mean, I guess it's possible that oh, shoot. Shoot, you know what it is? I think it's because of the sequencer that I'm going in on the BeatStep Pro. I'm going in on a monophonic sequencer, right? So, just give me one sec. Gotcha. Yeah. There we go. So I was going into sequencer 1, which is monophonic, right? It can't play chords. Drum can, though, which... but maybe it's only receiving on... Maybe... Maybe that's it? I don't know. Am I in poly mode? There. Does that work? Maybe I need to be on a different MIDI channel now. Nope. Like I could be on maybe channel 10. Oh, it doesn't like channel 10 either. Oh, there it is. Here's 16. Well, that is weird. That is strange. I don't think it would... that is another cog in the wheel, this BeatStep Pro, isn't it? Let's think about this for a second. Let's scoot over to Ableton for a second. And what we should be able to do is take a look at... So I'm going to play a chord, and I'm still only getting one note. You can see where the note's highlighted here. I don't know if you can actually. And you really need to get another monitor in here. Whack attack. All right. The only thing I can think of, like that, something's definitely up because the pitch bend isn't even working. I should be getting pitch bend. Right? And it seems like the velocity on it is quite a bit lower than the BeatStep Pro. That's the BeatStep Pro. Like, not even close. So something's funky. Oh, this is how you okay, I'm getting the hang of this. Here's all the program changes. Okay. So you hold down program change and you hit a key. I do, Brian, you're right. Yeah, I know. You know, I've really started to realize that as much as I would like to build every single thing, it's just like I just don't have the time to build all this stuff, right? Yeah, okay. Well, let's not do nothing. So what I'm thinking is the keys seem to work, so that's good. I think a good place to yeah. Buying new gear. I think what we'll do is I'm going to turn off the power. Let's just start cleaning this thing. And maybe something will, I don't know, maybe something will turn on while I think about how to approach this. Definitely turning into more than I expected. The piano seeker. What's up? Thanks for coming. Just trying to get this Keytar working. And forgive me, I am far from a piano player or a keyboard player. Not good. Not good at all. Anyway, let's open this back to where we were last week. Looking at the teeth. Look at that. What a beauty, eh? What a beauty. Like we said last week, there's a whole bunch of schmutz in here. And we're going to de-schmutz it. Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to get all the crap out of here. And then I'm going to, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm at a loss. Maybe we'll test the coin cell battery too. There's a coin cell in here. Let's try that. Let's try that to start. Let's start off with that, and then we'll do some vacuuming. And don't worry, I'll turn off the sound so you guys don't have to listen to me vacuuming. I think I might buy one of those like super cheap USB to MIDI devices from Amazon. I think that would be a wise choice. for fixing stuff. So let's get this coin cell out of here. Maybe, I don't know. It's a CR-2032. Oh, wait, over here. CR-2032. 3 volts. Okay. So let's give her a shot. We'll do the old voltage reading on it. Should be around 3 volts, right? 2.742. 2.742. So, I mean, you know, close enough. So, coin cell seems to be fine. I don't even know if I have any more of these. I mean, I could be nice and just replace it anyway. Yeah, I need to do that. And you know what? I have 2025s, not 2023s. I thought these were 2025s. Oh, sorry, 2032. 2032. No, of course. That's okay, though. Honestly, 2.7 volts is pretty damn close. Pretty darn close. You know what? I'm feeling saucy. Let's... Oh. We got some... we got a schmutzy capacitor here. If I could show that to you guys. Let me grab my phone. Forgive the handiwork here, but check this out. Ooh. Look at that. We got a little bit of a leaker there, it looks like. We got a possible leaker. Possibly. See if I can get that to focus. Possible leaker there. And because none of these other capacitors that are laying flat have any adhesive, so it would be strange if only one had adhesive on it, wouldn't it? Here's another one. I don't think so, Brian. It's let me go back here. It looks like I thought it might be glue too, but none of the other capacitors have this glue. It is quite stuck, and it doesn't appear to be bulging otherwise, but it might be worth testing it. Maybe we'll desolder it and test it at some point. But all these other ones look pretty good, but there is so much of that crap in here. You can take a look at see all the dirt around the transistors and stuff? Can you guys see that? Like, look at that. Just insane, the amount of dirt and stuff in there. So, since the coin cell works, we're going to, you know what, we're going to plug it in real quick. We're going to plug this guy in real quick and see what we get for voltages at some of these chips. I would imagine that we're probably looking at something like 5 volts for a lot of this stuff. So we'll take a look at that before we do any vacuuming. Because at least that'll tell us that, or that could tell us what's kind of going janky, right? So let's try that first. So I'm going to go back up here. Might as well start poking around. Okay, we got our power on. And This appears to be our power header over here. I would imagine that the red lead is positive. What are the chances that it's a dual supply? Probably pretty high, because there appears to be some op amps in here, and there appears to be mainly op amps and some transistor based stuff, right? So that's not getting anything. Let's try this way. Not getting anything there either. Okay. I guess it depends what this thing does, right? That's strange. Did I not power this thing on? Oh, it's not plugged in, you doy. Holy moly. Oh my gosh. You gotta plug it in there, Davo. Guys, you're supposed to tell me to plug it in. Come on. All right. One sec. Move that out of the way. Okay. We're plugged in now, so now we should actually get voltage, right? Got to plug it in to get voltage. You got to plug it in. All right, let's take a look. See what we get. Just going to take a guess as to what. So we got 5.7 volts across this. You can't see that, of course. So I'll test one up here. There and there. We got 3 point. Okay, we got 3. We got a bit of a weird fluctuation of voltage here on this guy. Okay. What are we doing here? We got 4.8 volts there. $4.9. What do we got here? Although this looks like a dual op amp, so we're thinking possibly that pin. Yep. Nope, not that pin. Could be one of these other pins though, right? Maybe like that. Possibly. Okay. Let's take a look. 0.6. Something's funny. Something's funny. Here's 4.8 volts. Why is this one... Why are we getting 5.7 over here and 4.8 down the line? That's kind of strange, isn't it? 4.9. Seems like a big swing. A volt seems like a pretty big swing. 4.92. Yeah, that's nearly a volt. That seems weird. Let's think about this for a second. So if I'm getting, so what are these transistors doing? Are those, we should probably find out what these are doing, what some of this stuff is doing. I'll have to take a look at that later, though. I haven't got time today. This is 0.6, which, I mean, I don't know offhand what the voltage pins are, so that might not be the best. Yeah, something's funky. Gonna have to take a look at this data sheet too. Do you guys can you guys look up something for me? Can you look up the MC140508 and tell me which pins are VCC and ground? If you have a chance. Just because this is really strange. This is it seems weird that it would be a mix of logic levels in an 80s keyboard. It's the MC14050. Oh yeah, you're right. MC14050B. Nice. Yeah. That's very funny. Yeah. I don't know. Something's strange. Yeah, I just need to know which pin is VCC and which is ground. Or VSS or whatever. I'm guessing it's a dual supply. We can see what's coming in here, I guess. Let's take a look here. That didn't really... Maybe that isn't... Oh, that was kind of weird. Yeah, the voltage is all over the place on this thing, which is really weird. I'm getting really... Yeah, like the voltage is like is all over the place. Because if it's 5-volt logic, it should be 5 volts across the board, right? There's no reason why it wouldn't be, why there would be that much of a drop. Even if you were drawing a whole bunch of current. Let's think about this for a second. No, wait, power's over here. That's not power. Right? That's not power. This connection is not power. This is power. This is where the cord's connected, you doughhead. Oh, it tells you right here, 1 ground. Then you got 10 volts. And, oh, so here's all the pins. So then there's one that's sending MIDI. There's one that's remote switch. And another ground pin. Okay. So that means that if I do pin 1 and 2, I should see 10 volts. And I don't see 10 volts. I'm seeing 5 volts. I need VSS and VCC or VEE or whatever. Just the two pins for power. Thank you, Ed, by the way. Yeah, dude, you know what? I think it's the power supply. VSS is pin 8. Okay. Thank you. What is it an op amp? Is that what the data sheet's telling you? Yes, you know what? I think it's a power supply issue. Because it says right here on the PCB. Let me show you. It's going to be, I'll flip the camera around too so you guys can see it. But here's the power input. So pin 1, right? We've got our ground. Oh, wait a second. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong pin. I assumed, yeah, I need to figure out which one is pin number 1, but then we got, okay, thank you. Thank you. That's great. Ground is pin 1, plus 10 volts, so it's DC, so that's good. MIDI signal, remote switch, which, I mean, that could be what I'm looking at. I was testing the brown and red pin. Yeah, absolutely. I was testing the brown and red pin, so maybe pin 1 is green. Okay, cool. Thank you, Brian. I'm going to test that right now and see if we have, if we've got 10 volts going into this thing, because it might be a power issue, which would explain sort of the erratic behavior, right? Lovely. You're the man. So we do have 10 volts coming in. 10 volts perfectly. So that's interesting. So it's 10 volts. So there's a likely... So let's go back over here for a second. We've got 5 volts here. Interesting. And there's 4.8 volts. I just don't understand the drop. I don't get the drop. Hey, Brian, can you do me a favor since you have the service manual open? There's what appears to be a proprietary Roland microcontroller. I want to say it's 63B0. Can you see what voltage it's expecting? It looks like it's a 40-pin device. If you have that handy, that would be great. So the remote switch thing is working as well, right? Because that's 5 volts. So that's weird, eh? That's really strange. I wonder if... Just test something really quick. Right. Okay. One interesting thing here is this capacitor that has the schmutz on it. Looks like it's completely shorted to ground, which is C25. Both pins are shorted to ground. So So that's definitely a problem. That's definitely a problem. Yeah. So that's something we definitely have to do. I think we have to change that capacitor. Yeah. And then we do need to clean this thing. Yeah. So, I've got my little anti-static brush. So I'm going to unplug this guy, and then I'm going to do some brushing and vacuuming. And, yeah. Needs to be done anyway, right? Actually, I probably could take a really good picture of this and just disconnect stuff, but I don't see this guy here doesn't appear to have a proper header, so it might not be the wisest idea to disconnect everything. If I can get away with cleaning it without disconnecting everything. Okay, let's do that. Let's do this. Big chip. Okay, let me test that first. Does it happen to say what voltage is expecting? I'm guessing 5 if it's a microcontroller, but it could be more than 5, right? So pin, what did you say? Pin 1 and pin 21. Weird. It's a weird Roland thing, right? Okay, yeah, here we go. It's 4.98 volts. Okay. But weird. It's weird that ground is pin 1. That's strange, eh? But yeah, 5 volts. So that makes sense. That totally makes sense, right? Right. This capacitor here being shorted to ground still freaks me out a bit. Maybe we should just desolder it real quick. I've only got about 15 minutes that I have left. I have to run in about 15 minutes, but maybe we could just power this off real quick and see even if I have the part available. Let's see if I can pry it up. Let me grab my X-Acto knife. Let's see here. Oh, that's definitely leaking. Definitely leaking. Yeah. It's hard to see on camera, but you can definitely see there's corrosion around the pins. And the top appears to be leaking. And I can't really see the value. Let's see if I can move it. 1 sec. My caramba. Oh, it's just like a 10 microfarad capacitor. No big deal. No big deal. We got lots of those. Man, there's so much of this stuff. See my little brush? You got a little thing on here for dusting. It's got this, and then you got this little attachment. So you can brush and do all that kind of stuff at the same time. C25 has a diode across Yeah, I see it here too. D7? Is that right? Can definitely check that diode too. Has a diode across, right? So not there. Oh wait, doy. D7, okay, awesome. So the diode, that we got continuity there. Yep, that makes sense. Oh wait, maybe no, I'm not. Wait a second. No, I'm not getting it anymore. I'm not getting the same reading as I did. That's strange. That's right. That's right. That's really weird. That's really strange. Let's see if I get a... I'm getting... the diode seems to be working. I mean, it won't take anything to replace that capacitor, but I'm not convinced anymore. I don't know why they would put adhesive just on that capacitor, though. All these other ones are... Well, maybe they do have adhesive on there. Hold on. Let me see. Well, they do. I guess they do have adhesive on there. Does this one? That one doesn't. So for some reason they've... Oh, that one does too, but it's lifted off. Okay. Very strange. Very weird. I don't know. I think I need to grab that service manual and we're going to have to take a look at it next time. Yeah, I thought that was I thought it looked like it was leaking, but I don't think it is. I think Brian's right. I think it's just adhesive on there. I thought it was corrosion, but I think it was just more of that dust. It's so hard to tell what's going on when you have nothing but crap all over the place. You know what I mean? Like with all this like schmutz everywhere. It's makes it very difficult to figure out what's going on. You know what I mean? Anyway, I guess we'll return to this in 2026. 2026. Right? I think that's enough for today. I gotta get going soon. What a wonderful year it's been. Just want to put that out there. It's been a wonderful year. You know, at the beginning of the year, I was hoping that, you know, I was going to have my position, you know, all sorted out. And it fell through on me. And, you know, so I started this YouTube channel. And I have to say, you know, I've been pleasantly surprised. Pleasantly surprised at how well it's gone so far. You know, and I'm very, very proud of the work that I've done so far in building this studio sort of thing that I'm doing, making the gear. Very pleased that I've made some new friends along the way as well. You know, means a lot, you know, that there are people out there that want to come and hang out and mess around with all this stuff. Watch me break stuff, watch me, you know, fail at things, and then hopefully eventually figure out how to get things to work. Learn in the process, you know, and we all kind of learn together. It's awesome. It's been a wonderful year, and looking forward to continuing work on this, the channel in general. You know, in the new year, and I'm super pumped about it. And yeah, I'm just really happy. You know, I was thinking too, I was like, man, you know, we've gone from this year's, you know, I started out with, I don't know, 10 subscribers in January, and we're up to just over 3,000 subscribers this year. So that's, you know, it's really nice. It's really nice. And I hope to get better at video making in the new year. I hope to get that S3-1200 sampler completed earlier in the new year, like in the first, you know, first quarter, as they say. And yeah, and then hopefully get into some other really cool projects for the new year. You know, I've got some ideas kicking around in the old dome. And so yeah. And I hope, you know, maybe more people find out about the channel and want to build stuff with us and come hang out for the live streams while we crack open gear and try to figure it out, you know? So, yeah. Anyway, just super grateful. You know, really appreciate everybody coming out, and Ed and Brian, you know, especially, you know, you guys have been around for, I don't know, months now, and it really means a lot that you guys come out to these things every week. It's really awesome. I really appreciate you guys a lot. Yeah, exactly. Hello, Fossa Productions _8. Hi, thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Just finishing up the final live stream of 2025. So anyways, yeah, so look forward to, I've got a little fun video coming out on Christmas Day. The S3-1200 ADC video is going to drop on the 26th. And yeah, that was really cool too. I couldn't believe it. My jaw dropped. Gadget reboot. Just crazy. Yeah. Then we got the ADC introduction video for the S3-1200 sampler is going to be out on Friday the 26th. Then on New Year's Day, I've got another video, a little fun video coming out. And then the week after that, we should see the second part of the ADC video coming up, which is really cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, so that's kind of the lay of the land for the next couple weeks. Obviously, I'll be hanging out on the Discord every once in a while. I'll check in and see what everybody's up to. if anybody's chatting about stuff or whatever, have any questions. Obviously, I'll be hanging around on the Patreon too. And yeah, you know, I'll be on TikTok and Instagram checking in there too and checking the comments and stuff on the videos that I'll be releasing and stuff. So yeah, you know what, Ed? That is something that I've been thinking about. I would like to do a version, possibly a version with less buttons for one thing, and maybe even like a rotary encoder situation, so you'd have a little bit more control over editing the samples as well. I think that would be really, really handy. Really handy. And it needs that, you know, it needs a preamp. We need to do that. Still have to do that. I know I wanted to do like an active filter in the signal path of the output, but you know, I don't know. Doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. So I might just throw in maybe an update with like you know, like an active volume kind of thing. But yeah, I think it would be cool to do another version of that sampler, because I think there's something to that project for sure. I really enjoyed that project. And not that I'm not enjoying the S3-1200, it's just, it's much more involved, right? And I'm trying to pace it in a way that feels manageable for me and for everybody else, right? So yeah, I totally hear you though. I totally hear you. And there's lots of really good ideas that I think I jotted down in one of the live streams about what I would do in V2 of that sampler. It'd be kind of like my own pocket operator kind of thing, you know, but more lo-fi. Yep. And okay, yeah. The line in is nice, eh? I like the line in. I do want a way though, like even with the short sample time and the recording threshold thing that I have set up on mine, it's still not perfect. Even with the preamp. So it would be cool to do a revision of that sampler with a rotary encoder and just take out some of the buttons. Take off some of the buttons, free up a couple I/O, right? And then throw a rotary encoder on there. And to be honest with you, I think there are certain things on that sampler that I would probably change. You know, I'm not really sure MIDI, you know, I would like to try doing something maybe a little bit different with the MIDI, like doing like a 3.5 millimeter instead of a 5-pin, and I could really shrink that whole sampler down quite a bit, and obviously get away from some of the surface mount stuff, or sorry, the through-hole stuff, and replace it with surface mount. I think that would be really, really cool. Yeah, I could really shrink it down to, you know, like I don't know, probably get it down to something small, you know, something a lot smaller, like along the lines of a pocket operator. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But anyways, I gotta get going. Yeah. Hope you guys have a great holiday. Hope you have a safe and happy holiday. Brian, I hope you have a fantastic trip to sunny Morocco. Enjoy it. Yeah. Hope you guys both get to spend some time. Well, everybody watching, hope you get to spend some time with your loved ones. And yeah, get some rest and relaxation in, if possible. Anyway, I will see you in videos, but I'll definitely be back on the live stream in 2026. All right? All right, y'all. Take it easy and enjoy the holidays. Ho, ho, ho.